To be successful is what everyone dreams of, but only a few are able to achieve it. And research shows that exceptional people, those who stand out in whatever they do, have qualities like perseverance, resilience, determination, and they back it up with their skills. All of this, of course, starts with a very deep understanding from within.
One of the things that is stated in self-awareness is even resisting something where you believe it doesn't fit in with your long-term goals. So self-awareness is really about knowing where do you want to go. It's like that story in Alice in Wonderland where Alice reaches the crossroad and asks the cat, where do I go? And the cat asks Alice, where do you want to go? And Alice says, I don't know. And the cat says, if you don't know, then just go anywhere. Now, if you know where you want to go, you will know whether that jump, whether that foreign posting, whether that lucrative offer is actually enabling you in the long term goal. I know it's difficult, and especially given how rewarding certain careers are, it does become difficult. It begs the question, should I give this up? But if you have clarity on where you want to go, chances are you'll make a more informed choice.
Very often, Tarun, even among exceptional people, it's different degrees of exceptional people, right? You have proficient people who've done well. You have those people who have a little more than the others, who have done so much, but they will achieve far more. And then there are those complete rock stars who will just keep achieving, and it's in their DNA to achieve.
Right.
And you'd be amazed at the kind of stuff that they have achieved over a period of time. What's the X factor that works for all these people?
If we were to really look at the X factor, let's look at two people who both have the same upbringing, same skills, same level of competence, and maybe the same environment. The question may be who's more likely to win. Now, while research has studied the role of competence, capability, emotional maturity, your conflict resolution skills, your skills on assertiveness, etc., and a host of other functional skills, technical skills, somewhere what we found is the X factor is what is called the Pygmalion effect. Your self-fulfilling prophecy, your belief in yourself, how willing you are to believe in yourself really goes far more, or really drives you far more than just your capabilities themselves would do it. I think Henry Ford said it very well. If you think you can or you think you can't, you're right. So if you really believe you can, you'll do it. Champion sports people will tell you this. The game is won here before I get onto the field. I get on to execute it. The battle is first won here. And that's the X factor. I think the quote which I like best to really describe this, for me it settles a lot of things. The great Muhammad Ali once said, he said, champions are not made in the gym. Champions are made from something that they have deep within, a desire, a vision, a dream. They must have last minute stamina, they must have that extra bit that they're willing to give, they must be a little faster. They must have the skill and the will, but the will must be stronger than the skill.
And that's why they say, where there is a will, there is a way. If you have the will to be successful, you can be. And that has been shown by all exceptional people. Even in the corporate world, great success comes only when people take that leap and are willing to take a risk.
They did a worldwide research and they chose a very interesting focus group for this. They said they looked at people who were terminally ill and they asked them, if life gave you a second chance, what would you do? And amongst the many responses, the top three were as under. The first response was, these are people who are about to die before time. And they said, I would take more risk. Nobody regretted taking a risk. They regretted playing too safe, right? The biggest risk you can take in life is no risk. I mean, it's the biggest risk than really going out there and facing risk. So they said, I would take more risk. The second thing that they said was, I would choose to do what I love or choose to love whatever it is that I'm doing. Can I just be okay with who I am? Can I just be content and happy? Can I choose to find happiness and contentment in this? And the last thing, or the third most critical thing that they said was, I'd leave a legacy behind. I'd leave behind something for people to remember me by. And if you look at enterprising people, they'd be remembered for generations to come. You'd remember a Gandhi and a Mandela for generations to come. Archimedes, you'd remember Aryabhatta, you'd remember them for generations to come. They left a legacy behind.
Last question, when you talk about exceptionality, if you talk about people like you quoted, there are people who are really 1 in a million, but all the million can't get there. So what's the relevance of understanding yourself and trying to be the best you can be in regular life? Because not everybody aspires to be the best CEO of the world,
That's
right?
true.
Everybody has different ambitions, So how do you take what we've spoken and use that?
I guess what we've focused on is one aspect of exceptionality, which is exceptionality of you as a leader in a corporate context. But exceptionality is defined as a wide deviation from the norm. And what studies have found is you could choose to be exceptional in anything. It doesn't only have to be in the corporate world. Mother Teresa was exceptional in her own way. Sergei Bubka was exceptional in his own way, right? So it could be any field. You could just be an exceptional citizen of this country. You could be an exceptional mother. You can be an exceptional child. Choose exceptionality as a way, and there is no research to indicate. It indicates that only a few get there, but it also indicates why most don't get there. But there's nothing to say why the most can't get there. Look at those laws: perseverance, tenacity, emotional commitment, self-set standards. The abilities are there. We've been saying it throughout. The raw material is the same. It's what you choose to do with it.
It has always been debated whether being exceptional was a result of nature or nurture. Are people born to be great, or can they be if they want it really badly? Behavioral scientists have combined science and the art of management to prove that you can choose to win. But you have to choose smartly by understanding yourself, having the right attitude and the EQ or emotional quotient to work with others and lead them. And what's more, you need to know where you want to be. If you know that and work towards it, getting there will be only a matter of time.